So I'm gonna start Act 2 today, but the funny thing is the PS5 version of Wrath of the Righteous just came out today. I didn't even know this was gonna be a thing. Like, it literally, oh thanks Cars. It literally came out 3 hours ago. The only thing I could think of that the PS5 version would be better is visuals, obviously. Like the models and stuff. Because I do remember like armor and stuff like that looking like flat, I guess, like low res. But that didn't bother me too much. The load times, I'm not sure if they're gonna be faster or not. Because I played Rogue Trader and the load times for that game wasn't fast. Yeah, model wise, this does look better. Shinier, more detailed. Like, I remember the armor on my guy was more, like I said earlier, like flat or low res. The cape is super obvious to me. Like, I don't remember the cape looking this good. I doubt dialogue is gonna be different. Like, there's still gonna be stuff that's unvoiced, which makes sense to me because like adding dialogue for a game, like especially a CRPG, that's gotta be expensive as hell. The queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with she just announced the 5th crusade. The face of a ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target.
I forgot it's not Otto.
And that target is Drezen, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomedae herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
So every demon can do that? If you're a demon, you always have the ability to teleport? Minago teleported a lot, I remember that.
A forced march to Drezen awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself.
Yeah, why wouldn't they destroy the banner?
I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Social Vainik. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomedae also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important.
This is weird.
It is not directly related to the crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now. But I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
He's inside Erebeth. Also, the dialogue part still looks the same. Like just the portraits and the text.
Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Okay.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Erebeth, you can go too. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from
Damn, everyone just knows about that?
total destruction.
Like what happened to me in
quickly spread far
the
beyond
garrison?
the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade.
The Hell Knights are an order with a unique focus on promulgation. They are less interested in the social good and charity than in the foundation and stringent maintenance of order at all costs. If people cannot be trusted to obey the law out of their own sense of civility and social righteousness, Hell Knights provide the need to obey out of fear. Like, they're not demons. Like, they'll fight for humanity, but they're also not nice. Do you know how to get rid of the World Wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real Knight Commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened.
Uh-huh.
The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Drezen, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the abyss.
What are you gonna do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However,
okay.
I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
There's an Aeon one, but I lost it because of I think it was the final decision with the Wardstone is what made me lose the Aeon path. I guess Angel, my queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Drezen campaign is the hope of the Crusade, and the blessing of Iomde that you may carry may be decisive in this battle.
A polite attempt
Whoa.
to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
Your action was good, and I guess important because that loading screen.
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev.
That is true. And we literally just started, so we're not too strong.
But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms.
Yippee!
First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach Drezen, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it.
Bruh.
Do you have any other questions?
Nah, clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did
Oh,
not have
Starion.
time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
That's a made-up role.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
Darian's cool expression wavers, but it seems not to be fully cognizant of what is happening. That, or he is holding himself tightly in check. This, you made that shit up.
The adequacy of any measure can only be assessed against the reason that prompted it. Isn't that so, Count? I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Drezen. Only the commander may remove you from your post. I
Oh,
trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders.
So
and
I
make a
could-
good showing of yourself.
remove him from my party if I wanted to, but He can't go like he wanted.
Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
The Count offers a bow, either as a sign of respect or in order to hide his flushed face. Only the barest quaver can be heard in his voice.
Then let's get going. May Ayomide help us.
Yippee! What is this mysterious elf? Damn it, you again, soldier! Whoa, dimension door. Camp Quartermaster at your service. How can I help you? I saw you talking to the girl hiding her face. Who was she and what does she want? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself, but I bet she's not part of our army. I know all the soldiers by name and sight. Huh. She was looking for some elf volunteer. Wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. At first I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. She definitely wasn't one of us. But now I see how it all looks mighty shifty. She was some sort of spy then. Alright, well the first thing we gotta do is talk to this guy? Yeah, he said he wanted to talk to us when we saw the queen. Commander, a tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes, gives you a brief nod. Let me congratulate you on your new title, and thank you for the time in advance. I am Litor Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Ionde, the Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, Darien. About 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate the Wartstone barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast and celebration of young Darien's birthday. The unknown magical disease they had brought wiped out the whole estate in less than a day. That was not a unique case in itself. The demons had attempted such raids on Mendevian lands before, but they had never dared target such a well-protected place. The Arende family was exceptionally rich. The estate was protected by elite bodyguards. There were several strong righteous paladins among the guests. Moreover, the revered Nestrin, Darien's tutor, was one of the most powerful priests of Ionde in the vicinity. All of them died, nonetheless, except for the young count, who had suddenly manifested his outstanding sacred power. Was that a divine miracle or a curse? That remains to be seen. Are you gonna investigate the soul case again? Yeah, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those who sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev. Mendev before the World Wound. And yet on that day, it turned into a labyrinth of House of Horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I want to tell you about my suspicion. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off, when we got into the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? That's a good point. If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy of Heaven's Edge? That is true as well. You are the only person who can help me, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Alright, I'll help you. He bows his head to you with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also be requiring your help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. How are we going to convince the Count? Hey man, I want to visit Heaven's Edge. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking. Now that I'm in the middle of the whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darian seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask for your permission to leave for the festivities. And I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander could free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Okay, sure. Yay, this was easy. Perfect, you'll have a ball. I'll make sure of it. A celebration? That is far from that ideal. It will be rather inconvenient for me to conduct an investigation with all the guests around. Thank you nonetheless, Commander. When you decide to go to the estate, I will join you.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Voice acting.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
I mean, sure, man. We can take all we can get, right? It's frickin' war.
I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly. My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
You want to discuss something with me?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time.
Okay.
But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
Yeah, why not? It was nice meeting you.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war
Thanks, man.
has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
What is this? Demon army. Crusade starting now. You can now control armies on the global map. Winning battles against demon forces provides a number of benefits. Okay, this is my army. Oh, some of these people are the pictures that you could pick for your character. Like, I remember this wolf girl. Okay. There's her. She doesn't fight. Yeah, we won. We didn't get any loss. Okay, so there's a whole other game. Oh god. I wonder, maybe this. Oh, if it takes a while. It said they blocked the road. Maybe it's worth doing this on my own time. I think, yeah, I'll do this like off screen basically. Like these fights. Yeah, this is a lot. Rogue Trader didn't have any type of minigame like this. Like, the closest thing I could think of is the colony management. But it wasn't as in-depth as this. Alright, I opened up part of the map, so we should be good to, Frick, I forgot to level up! God! You want to enter here? Yeah. Noble. An elderly man limps towards a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil inside. Why is there a black screen? Is there supposed to be something? I guess there is, but it's glitched? It's a zombie! Run! Fight the undead. But I can't see. I can't see.
Save the last one for me.
What? Okay, but I can't see? This is so bad. Oh, this isn't good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart. Ugh. But that's gonna be... Oh boy. Oh boy. This is how it's gonna be, huh? This is... Should I play the game like this? I don't know. Okay, I got it working. Somehow. I'm not sure how. I fought the zombies and now there's dialogue. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? He bends down and recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this. He hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone... Precious? This stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved minotaur head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists. Simply murdering my friend was not enough for them. No. They had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. Don't you dare get away from them! Damn, one hit kill, huh? Damn, this cleric is kind of a beast, isn't he? He killed like 5 people on his own. I surrender, stop! I give up, don't hit me! Stop it, I surrender, you're a priest of Shellin! I surrendered, so you have to spare my life! Your goddess demands it! I'm still hitting him. We do. That's Narti, a tailor's apprentice from Canabris. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog. Then he became a frequent visitor to our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess' teachings, and praised our art. Were you lying to our face the whole time? When we took you in? When you sat at our table? When we broke bread with you? Were you planning to stab us in the back even then? The whole time. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. The cultist curves his bloodied lips into a sneer. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We are everywhere, even inside you. I think you know it too. You are not like all those pious devotees. You pretended to be, and maybe you fooled yourself. But we both see who you really are. You have that same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it into a devouring flame. But sometimes you have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends was such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. Shoot up! He swings his fist, but stops in midair. His clenched fist trembles as he stares at the cultist with an expression of pure hatred. Stop! It's not worth breaking your goddess's vows because of a filth like him. He looks at the battered necromancer's face, then at his bloodied hands. In disgust, he slowly lowers and unclenches his fist. Thank you for stopping me. I almost broke my vows because of this. He examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's alright, you're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated. The townfolks are clearly terrified at even looking at the fallen undead. But the cleric's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, he bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. Hello? Through the mist, you spot flickering flames of a campfire. 3 figures wrapped in crusaders' cloaks are huddled next to it. A stout, smiling dwarf, a brash, dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog, and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Wilhelm. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards his weapon, but then he relaxes. Hey, it's the commander himself. Don't just stand there, have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today. You might as well dry off at least. He passes you a large mug of freshly brewed tea. I guess perception. Oh, succeeded. The location for the camp was chosen wisely. It's safe and quiet here. No tracks in sight, the air is calm. but an odd feeling of wrongness lances through you, like a sting from an angry wasp. Something isn't right. Wenduag. Sniffing loudly, Wenduag stares at the three crusaders suspiciously. They look awfully laid back to me, and they made themselves a little too comfortable out here. There's a reek about this whole setup. Ah, would you look at that? He didn't buy it. Enough of this masquerade then, everyone. No more games. The figures by the fire transform. Three gray-haired... Whoa. Oh, there's even more. Gray-haired and dark-skinned elves watch you with mocking sneers. Isn't that Drow? Their twisted, grimacing face looks demonic. From the haze, more previously unseen from the shadow materialize. They are all just as loathsome and unsettling. Who are you? The one who was pretending to be the halfling Vel makes a face, mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. Who are you? We are the servants of Lord Discari. Oh, well shit. And you are the pitiful insect that got caught in our web. The elf who was masquerading as the cleric Asti gives a lecherous smile, enthusiastically dragging her tongue along the blade of her dagger. Did you like sweet little Asti? Did you want to play with her in your tent? What was the point of this charade? Lady Anemora desires your head and will gladly deliver it? I don't remember you. I remember an Anemora. But these are Drow, right? White hair and dark skin. I love it when prey fights back. There's no note or anything saying like why they decided to try to kill me. Well, I'm the commander. I guess literally it's just because that lady Anemora asked.
If I had an estate to spare, I'd bequeath it to you, Wenduag. Hundreds of bachelors seeking a rich wife would serenade you with songs of your unparalleled beauty. It would be like something straight from the stage.
Oh, he thinks she's beautiful.
Are you mocking my beauty? Even if it fades, I will still have plenty to take pride in. But what will you do if I cut up your handsome face? Will you lock yourself away in a tower and wallow in self-pity?
He's not gonna answer? Damn, I actually want to know his answer. I don't think he'd lock himself away. Hello?
Let us be off.
Skeletal. Whoa, what the fuck? This is so cool. Nightmare. Can I examine this? How do I examine? I forgot. A skeleton is walking across the waste. He moves in with pep in his step. I'm in a tomb. The skull bobs in chorus with the humming, making the coins inside his head clink rhythmically. Next to him, nightmarish horses of flame and shadow draw a cart loaded with valuable looking items. Upon seeing you, the skeleton offers a dramatic and hearty wave. Good evening to you there. Or is this what days look like in your world wound? Can't really tell, but no matter. Be it day or night, the skeletal salesman always has the best deals you can find anywhere. He proudly sweeps his bony hand over the goods in his cart. As a rule, I offer a free sample of my merchandise to every new customer, and I try to tailor my wares to the individual. Say I meet a kitsune, then I crack a joke about how I'd offer them a free potion of fox cunning, but they must have enough of that already. The customer feels flattered, they take the sample, I've immediately established rapport. But dealing with humans is hard. You can't joke about their horns or their fox-like features. Still, I know what I can offer you as a free sample. Something that suits you perfectly. Would you like it? Yeah, why not? Here you go. A heroic gift for a heroic person. Aw, thanks, man. Tell me about yourself. I'm a simple man. I keep no secrets. You can see right through me. I guess for now I shouldn't buy anything. I don't really need stuff. Plus, I don't know if I need money down the line. Like, what if there's like a dialogue choice I could be like, oh, pay 1,000 gold or whatever. I don't know. Oh, this is a ruin. Okay, what is this? This lone symbol of a stone slab looks worn out. Oh god, it's a puzzle, isn't it? Oh my god. The weird Z, that's the top one? Then the star one is at the bottom. No, fuck, this is confusing as shit. None of these have the star. Time to guess. What's the... God, I feel so stupid. What's the pattern? Easy star.
Let us be off.
Oh, we can turn it. Oh god, that sucks. That's gonna be so bad. Fuck, man. Why is this game's puzzle so hard? I did it! It was easy, wasn't it? Fuck no! Simple puzzle, simple solution. But it was just the beginning. Its purpose was to awaken curiosity. Translucent figure appears out of thin air, clad in a loose-fitting robe. Its face is hidden behind a simple adorned mask. Oh, there we go. Mortals are not meant to unveil secrets of the universe and grasp at the meaning of creation. But is this really so? The secrets of the universe will only be unveiled to the most worthy of mortals. Prove yourself and be the first for whom all the secrets of the world are revealed. The heart of the mystery is located west of here. Solve the puzzle and you will comprehend forbidden knowledge. A map of an area that looks vaguely like the Whirlwind appears in the figure's hand. A single dot shines brightly on the map. What is the heart of mystery? He remains silent. Who are you? Same thing. What are you? Oh, he's gone.
Let's move.
Oh, this is open. Loot! What do we get? Inflict moderate wounds? I guess I could throw that. Elven notes. Oh, this was worth it. This is what the storyteller needs. Yeah, rest. We definitely need a rest after all that. My brain is fried.
For a troglodyte, you show no fear of the sky or open space. Or are you simply good
Damn,
at hiding your fear?
troglodyte, huh?
I don't waste time looking about me. I only look for what it is I want to kill, eat, or fuck. And once I found my target, it's the only thing I see.
Oh no. Yacker. Commander, my squad ambushed beyond the river. Help! Give our guest some water and something for his wounds. The night wounds heal with the help of a magic potion. Taking a gulp of water and he catches his breath and snaps to attention. Yanker Ankel, Hell Knight. Oh, I heard of the Hell Knight. I think the Queen mentioned Hell Knights. Hell Knight of the Order of the God Claw, under the command of Paraliscator Regil? The Renge. Our squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our numbers. Without your assistance, we are lost. Hell Knights. They supported the Crusades more than once in our battle against the demons. Despite their questionable reputation, we can't abandon our allies. If they really are our allies, then of course. It's just, I kinda think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia, who wants us to march to God knows where. Kinda smells like a trap to me. Hell Knights. With allies like them, we've no need for enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. But we're not like them, are we? We have to save them. Why should we help them? They're the ones who walked into an ambush, so they can get themselves out of it. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demons is a good cause in itself. But these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shailene, forgive me, but I fear we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offensive in Drezen. You recall Prelate Herlin? We'll picture an entire army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. We should help them, but only if they join our forces in return. I can't speak. We could use some fresh blood. Hell Knights? No, not for all the gold in the world. Damn, they're really that bad? Don't you know what kind of people they are? One minute you're going about your business, the next you're locked in the stocks and there's a butcher in black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are, but if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? The crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely. Huh? What? This question has no scientific significance. What's interesting is how the water in the river poisoned by the world wound affected this boy. With your permission, I'd like to examine him or his corpse in a few days' time. God damn, Nenio. Let's help them. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I will go ahead and meet you there. Queen Gallifrey nods to you cordially. Her armor is plain and unadorned. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito, along with a few bodyguards. I've introduced myself as Kitran, an old friend of yours. I'm a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes Anivia to sniff me out. Hehe. Why'd you decide to join? Because I have a curious mind, and I'm quite unable to sit and do nothing for long. She smiles, but then grows serious. You ask a difficult question. I must remain as safe as possible. My death or abduction would sow chaos among our forces. That's true. However, I am not only a queen, I am also a paladin of Iomde. It is not in my nature to sit in a palace with my sword sheathed. Cool. In a manner of speaking, your request was simply a convenient excuse for me to be where I belong, crusading against the demon hordes. Besides, I am curious to see my new knight commander in action. I have a question for you as well. Why did you wish to join me on your crusade? Or why do you wish me to join you on the crusade? Let's go with 3. I want to know you better. Surely you know how intriguing you are. Enough, Commander. The Queen scoffs with a smile. Everything that could possibly be known about me has been written in the chronicles or notarized. May I ask a personal question? I learned so much about the Queen from chronicles and legends. But what about the other Queen, Gallifrey, the one that historians and bards cannot see? The Queen smiles faintly. I keep saying Gallifrey. It's Gallifrey, right? That Gallifrey is an old woman, weighed down by a great burden. But she has not lost her passion, and she will make feathers fly when the time comes. Let's go to the second one, maybe? I look forward to working closely with you. And who knows, maybe feathers won't be the only things flying. Maybe skulls. Gallifrey arches her eyebrow. It seems my knight commander is not above resorting to clumsy innuendo. Do you really think you're the first person to attempt to charm me with such words? Oh shit. You are not. If you want to impress me, you'll need to do better than that. I guess this feels too personal. How does it feel living for so long, beyond all natural limits? You're over 100 years old, my queen, aren't you? I understand why you asked. We humans share this world with races whose life expectancy is much longer than ours. When I was young, I was used to ask every elf or dwarf I met how it felt to live 100 years. I shall answer thus. The decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision made by the Church of Iomde. The Sun Orchid elixirs have been paid for by the Church. The priests determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as a ruler and as a chosen paladin of Iomde. I accepted their decision and the great responsibility it entails. So she didn't choose to live long. Huh. Why did you entrust me with Darian? She smiles. I saw a wonderful opportunity to teach the Count a lesson and just couldn't resist. Wow. Honestly, I expected you to dismiss him forthwith. The Count would have been forced to return to court a laughingstock. It would have been a truly sobering experience. There's nothing more disgraceful for a Mendiev nobleman than to be discharged like that. Darian Arende. She shakes her head. He was such a lovely child. His mother, Lady Selenia, was one of the most gracious people I have ever met. She was amiable, yet decorous, and truly kind. Bonds of kinship among the nobility are on a whole highly practical and only useful for forming alliances. But Countess Arende managed to become a true member of my family. I suppose that is why I spent so much time believing her son to be a better person than he actually was. His company is a heavy burden. Still, I must admit that I am quite pleased that you decided to keep him on as a companion. There is small chance that once he sees he has had a true taste of the Crusader life, the Count will finally cease to mock the Crusaders as cynically as he is wont to do. God. I can't read. You've given an army and the title of Knight Commander to a stranger. Why? Because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon horde back to the abyss. I have tried every right and rational method. The queen affords herself a brief, grim smirk. My armies have led by the greatest generals, even Iomede's angels. My goddess's herald created the wardstones for us. We have tasted victory more than once, but we have failed to close the world wound. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You are the savior of Canabras. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demon to dust. It's the sign they awaited for decades, a sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomde. The time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. I had no choice but to give it wings. You called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you're reserving judgment? Your question seems to catch her off balance. A strange spark flashes in her eyes. When Aroden perished and Iomde took over his legacy, I was among the first to serve the new goddess. I helped restore her church from the ashes left by the chaos after Aroden's death. Since then, I have served the inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe that I have earned the blessing of my goddess. Her voice is surprisingly ardent. After I learned of what happened in Canabras when I met you at the Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true that what happened was Iomde's work? Why did she give this power to someone unknown, rather than one of her most loyal followers? Oh damn. Could it be that my faith has grown weak, and I don't recognize the deeds of my goddess, even when they are happening right in front of me? Is the goddess somehow testing me? Those doubts were like poison. But I refuse to let them poison me. She finishes strongly. I gave you an army, declared you Knight Commander, and accepted you as I would anyone chosen by the goddess. Well, thanks for all that. Don't forget, here I am Kitrain the Knight. We need Nenio for this, so let's explore. That looks like something, but I'm not sure. I mean, we can't interact with it. Maybe later? Maybe the circles have to be on? No. What about the edge? Oh! We did something! Oh shit, nice! I don't know how we were supposed to figure that out. Remove paralysis and a helmet. Oh, that's what gives the solution. The puzzle, the thing in the cave, that probably gave it. Oh. I am the answer, but what is the question? She just disappeared. Hey! Hey, wait! Where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Nenio touches the statue and suddenly freezes. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue, and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand, floating in the emptiness of the unknown. Your path has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison with the cosmos that surrounds you. But then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. It stares at you, measures and assesses you. Then a question comes, as simple, as deep as the emptiness itself. Who are you? I wish 6 sounds like I'm gonna say that, but I want to say nothing. Because all these people keep saying that the absence of an answer is an answer itself. I guess I'm Stardust. The name you uttered, that seems so powerful and proud, rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes, bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answer. I am... Do you want to say your name? But what is it? Just a set of sounds you used to associate with yourself. You are StardustSynchron? Who decided this is who you are? Your parents? Yourself? Someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear this label off? What hides behind the name of StardustSynchron? Bro, it is way too early to think about this kind of stuff. This is way too philosophical. I just want to play a game, man. Behold the truth. Open yourself to knowledge. Reveal yourself. Oh shit. What?
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
You hear a stifled cough nearby. Where Nenio used to be, you now see an unfamiliar kitsune curled up tight on the ground.
Well, I'll be a fox.
She's a fox?
Who are you? Who are you? Speak up or I'll gut you on the spot.
Nenio, is that you?
I am Nenio, the greatest scientist of the modern age, and you are my loyal follower. Why are you asking me such a pointless question?
You're a fox.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune.
The kitsune stares down at her hands, then runs her fingers over her pointy muzzle, lingering over her sharp teeth and ears.
If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge.
What?
Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me.
I guess that's cool, but that's crazy. You just forgot you're a fox.
Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
She cast a pensive look at the statue towering over you. How could you forget you're a fox?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation.
You're not
If you
wrong.
wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
Nenio sweeps her hand in a wide circle, gesturing at the statues around you. Yeah, she didn't keep it a secret on purpose. I definitely believe she just apparently forgot she's a fox. What was that? I found myself in emptiness, and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
Jesus, take a breath.
And my last doubt is dispelled. It truly is her.
That's true. Whose voice do you think it was?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
So what do you think about that?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about.
It didn't do anything to me, but I guess because I'm not a fox or anything else besides human.
I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant, just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me.
Okay.
So, a stranger is capable of uncovering all your secrets with a single glance? I wouldn't wish to meet such a person. I wouldn't appreciate such a blatant invasion of my privacy.
What, you got something to hide?
But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Well, it sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
How do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles, but don't ask me where we should look for them.
So we need 4, because there's 4 statues. Could we ask one of the geysers? I guess that's the people around here, the strangers.
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Yeah. Why are you so sure that the unknown entity behind the portal would even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all, but we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
I'm kind of curious too. A portal that leads to the unknown could be dangerous.
The world wound is dangerous. Walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous. Even choking on a chunk of badly chewed food can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous.
I guess
But
that's
what
true.
is danger compared to knowledge?
Looks like there's nothing more we can do here.
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
So we have to come back here later then. Solve the riddles of the nameless ruin?
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Victor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
This guy's got a portrait.
But the wounded...
Oh, fuck. Oh, wow.
Problem solved. Retreat to shelter.
The Wong-Ko Paralictor makes a barely noticeable gesture, and the sword of his troops execute the wounded. Alright, that's probably Hell Knights. Yep. If the man in white has anything further to add, his words are drowned out by the shrieks of gargoyles as they fall from the sky. We gotta help him. The Paralictor will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. Alright, let's go. Mortal always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. Succubus proverb. Oh, they are here.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Reginald de Renge, Director of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the joint unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
Dude, his voice is really good. Like that voice acting. The moment you step across the threshold, you're targeted with pale yellow eyes. A gnome with considerable gray in his hair, dressed in black armor, lowers his head slightly.
A Paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter with the commander.
Wow. He interrupts Darian confidently. A joint unit?
Forcibly joint. The leader of the Order of the Sunrise Sword was unable to get to safety, which is not surprising, considering his, shall we say, excessive scrupulousness and sluggishness. Given the extreme situation, I took command of his people.
He speaks with military precision and economy.
Just great. Paladins and Hell Knights all in the one troop. It's like catching the plague and the pox at the same time.
You hate paladins too?
Technically speaking, there isn't much in common between these events. While paladins may truly not be frequent members of Hell Knight orders, except for the Order of the God Claw, of course, the probability of contracting both plague and the pox is not all that low. One would simply have to engage in debauchery during an epidemic.
Debauchery. I haven't heard that word in I don't know how long.
My favorite pastime.
Yay.
Aw, Nenio, you're no fun.
It's supposed to be good when different people unite. We're here for a common cause. But it still gives me the creeps for some reason. Hell Knights shouldn't be allowed to get their claws into our paladins. It's wrong.
Man, people really do not like Hell Knights, huh? I saw you ordered your own wounded to be finished.
Indeed. The gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to give the enemy what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the wounded, We didn't have time to get them to safety anyway.
His answer is dry, almost disinterested.
What charming people. Those fellows in black make Holrun look like a sweet old soul by comparison.
I guess so. He didn't really... Well, we didn't see him kill anyone. Did you really just give 2 flasks of water to the Knights of the Sunrise Sword suffering from thirst? And a sack to use as bandages? Standing behind his commander, Yacker rolls his eyes.
I spared them the exact volume of resources I could sacrifice without risking my own people. However, the situation has developed, and I've already ordered they be given additional supplies. They are temporarily under my charge, and I can use their forces to rebuff the attack. They'll work for their water.
Reggio raises his voice and speaks empathetically, ignoring a whisper coming from a group of knights from the Sunrise Sword. He seems to be reiterating his position for their benefit. Interesting. They're not villains, right? From what I remember, everyone said Hell Knights are fighting against the demons, but their approach is just so I guess evil to everyone else. I guess lawful. I like your approach. It makes sense to make sure your own people have enough resources and then share what remains with everyone else.
I'd say I'm willing to spend resources on those I deem useful. But yes, you described the matter adequately.
A whisper comes from the group of knights in white and yellow. It's hard to say whether the general tenor is more vexed or accepting. We need to get rid of the gargoyles, then we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
What are you gonna do now after the gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. He narrows his eyes. Before we move on to a serious subject, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Yacker steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Pyrolictor, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. He nods. The reinforcements were much needed. You will earn double the salary for your resourcefulness, Yacker, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. Oh, wow. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Pyrolictor. Damn, I could be a dickhead. Let's just say nothing. Reggio, who has watched you closely throughout the entire conversation, nods to himself. Now, for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabras suffered great losses in the demon attack, and now their leaders have perished and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. 1 or 2 might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. What? Huh. I'll expect. Ooh. Maybe I should go 5? Let's go 5. Should we have them join? It's either 3 or 5, I feel. 5. I will support you and recommend that the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fall under your command, but I will expect your support in return, Pyrolictor. I will gladly give my support to one who can effectively fight the demons. And now let's turn to our orphans. There are kids here? Initiates of the Sunrise Sword. Your leader is dead. The order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader order, and hope they don't meet the same fate as Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy, or that our war making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this. Under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. The strong subjugates the weak. All is as it should be. Wenduag gives Regil an appraising look, until an even stronger leader comes along and unseats the previous one. Camellia scoffs. He's used to people following his orders. Then again, these sniveling cowards are used to humiliating treatment. They won't even consider testing him a little. Priestess, does that mean we've worked off the precious resource you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages? Yells one of the knights in white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other. Then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, steps forward. Thank you for your trust, Paralictor. We will stay and are ready to obey your orders. Oh wow. Huh. Fine. In due course, I will review your troop and make any necessary decisions regarding your role in my unit. He turns to me. And now, Commander, for the most important issue, cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. Can he actually join our party? My army and I are going to Drezen to free the city from the demons. You can join forces with us. He rubs his chin pensively. Drezen, an ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's crusaders under one banner. And we certainly need a base of operations inside the World Wound. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. It's our deal! Yes, Commander. My forces and Regil Derange are at your disposal. Shit, yeah, she joins us. Well, goddamn. Okay, Nenio, bye. I want to try him.
I'll make my own legend.
What is he? He has to be a paladin, right? Oops. Character. Hell Knight, a lawful evil. I guess, yeah, sure. And regular paladin to be lawful good, right? This makes sense. You just do the praise the sun? What? We're still alive. Praise be Sir. That's praise the sun. Oh wow, and they're the Sunrise Sword, yeah. That's gotta be Dark Souls. Note written in neat handwriting. Come to my camp if you want to talk. I have much to share with you. A friend. Drawn on the back of the note is a map with cross lines marking a spot. Lepers smile. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measures soaring on the perilous march to Drezen. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts returns, and Navia, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers. Wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander who waits her report. We're in trouble, she whispers. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Drezen, we'll have to go down, and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures. Vescavors? A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Look like a caravan of refugees from Canabras that lost their way. No one has ever reported Vescavors so far from the center of the World Wound. Where did they come from? Nivea bites her lip. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly. The commander makes a sign for her to stop. To convene a council and to determine a plan of action. The Hell Knight Regil steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. The ones who distract the swarm will indeed need a healer, Socio is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescavars alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of, "There are others better suited," and "The commander needs me alive." Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead him to decide? The faithful troop will be led by... So I have Rego and Socio now. Out of all of these, Rego sounds the most correct to me, because Hell Knights are supposed to be so I can't even think of the word, like completely focused on their mission no matter what do they have to do. Like if they gotta kill friendlies, they'll do it as long as the mission succeeds. So going through, I believe it, if like these flies are eating their armor, they would still push through just because of their training, from what I understand. I'm gonna pick the Rego. The commander and his party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. The face of Paralictor Rego is hidden by his helm, as are the faces of his troops. The Hell Knights can radiate disdain even through plate armor. They march forward boldly, holding torches and vials of acid in place of blades. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles, in thousands upon thousands of voices. The Vescavars gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabras. A few straggling Vescavars wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest. Tiny larvae in greenish shells, all shuffling legs, hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then, the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish green clouds rise above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this faithful squad shouts that they shall... Ooh. That's rough. It has to be... I feel like it has to be the second one. Allow the swarm to attack a few victims, then strike. Rego selects a few of his knights who wear the strongest adamantine armor and sends them forward. These chosen fighters approach the edge of the canyon with cavalier dispassion, inviting the swarm to fall upon them and cover them like a living carpet. The first of them falls immediately, in a fit of terrible screaming. The Vescavars have found their way through the visors of his helm and are drilling inside, one by one, consuming the unlucky man's face. But the next moment, the remaining forces surge forward, closing their distance and throwing vials of acid on the insects. The swarming cloud thins slightly. The Hell Knights retreat and regroup, each time throwing their best protected warriors into the path of the attack. The other soldiers watch their masterful work with admiration, sending up cheers of encouragement. Temporary success holds no true hope for the faithful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but 1,000,000 ravenous creatures, bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on the commander, and hope that he was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. What was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Get to the Swarm Queen. Alright, we gotta kill this queen before our army is decimated. Jesus. Who knew a bunch of flies were so deadly? Oh, I don't have Rego, that's right. Also, gee, look at the screen! Like all the flies. And the buzzing. Ugh. Oh, that's the queen! But fuck, we killed the guy, that sucks. Also, damn, our team is very far. We should be good though. We have Bless and stuff. Anivia approaches the queen's body and grins. That's it, you filth. No more flying. It's good we got rid of her without suffering more losses. Just a little longer and we'd have been forced to bury lots of our fighters in this cursed land. Suddenly, Anivia stops. Her nostrils flare and her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up to look more closely, smells them, and cringes. Anivia, is something worrying you? Aha. Anivia rubs a ball of greenish slime in her hand. I'd bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. Let's see if we could find the source of that smell among my equipment. Oh. You and Anivia search through your things and quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the swarm queen slime. I'll be damned. When the queen was spraying the sweet smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed up bodies of the caravanners smell like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted the handkerchief on you to ensure that the Vescavors would find you. So all this was just to kill me. But I don't remember when I got that handkerchief. StardustSynchron's been tagged for assassination already. Our commander's all grown up. Despite his airy tone, Darian looks discomfited. I thought this crusade couldn't get any worse, but now we have a mysterious traitor who is trying to feed us to a swarm of repulsive insects. Nah, I think there legit is a traitor. Looks like I have enemies in Mendev, and someone has decided to get rid of me. True, nobody likes upstarts. If you knew what Erebeth allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed head of the Eagle Watch. Anivia spits. Patooey. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. The handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoiac. I think we got a rat in our camp. In Canabras, we squashed the cultists time and time again, but they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. Oh cool, Nenio's portrait is different now. Damn, her tail is huge. So you've allied with Reginald de Renge. As always, the queen gets right to the point without any introductory marks. I have not met him, but I have heard quite a lot. Hell Knights are powerful allies, and it would be unforgivable to reject their help in fighting the demonic threat. But they're nearly as dangerous as the army of the Abyss. What's more, they swear no obedience to me, and they don't half enjoy making a show of it. I guess I can't ask her anything else. Well, bye. Don't forget, I'm Kitrin. Damn it. Whoa. In lightning fast motion, Anivia knocks something from the woman's hands. An amulet that seemingly appears out of nowhere. It falls to the ground and disappears in a flash of magic. What's the rush, sweetheart? Stay a while. The commander and me, we got some questions for you too. So the amulet is how she kept disappearing? Damn, but Anivia is very quick thinking. Address the elf. You won't escape this time. Who are you? Why are you hiding your face? You hear a heavy sigh come from under the shawl. Fine, you've got me. We'll talk, but not here. Lead me somewhere away from prying eyes. It's Kaelissa, the elf you met in Canabras. Oh, the drow? What the hell? Why are you being all sneaky? You know me, don't you? Why'd you follow my army? To find someone. Kaelissa lets out a resigned huff. His masters want me dead, which means I will die sooner or later. After a pause, she narrows her eyes and spits out. But that doesn't mean I'll lie down and accept my fate. I am no lamb to the slaughter, and I won't be waiting for a kindly executioner to come for me. Knife in hand, never again. Are you a spy? Her scarlet eyes flash defiantly. She mutters through her teeth. I'm not gonna hide it. I have come here to commit a violent and bloody act, but I do not serve the demons, and I won't do you or your forces any harm. I need details. Why? Frowning skeptically, she gives you an appraising look. What would you do with my story? Take it into account? Pass your judgment? Kill me if you deem me a reprobate. Help the poor girl if you don't? Well, I haven't asked for your help, and the authority to judge me seems rather dubious. Perception. She's lying to you as plain as day. If we succeeded, it'd probably be lying, but for some reason. Nah, I'll leave you be. I mean, unless you lived the first time, well, I guess stick with it. My decision. She shrugs casually, as if her fate had not been hanging in the balance just a moment ago. How nice of you, soldier. I met other elves who look like you. They served the demons. And Nemora's minions. The words escape her lips before she is able to stop them. Then she looks at you with visible irritation. One of Discari's servants is a powerful elf by the name of Anemora. Oh, right. This is the one who gave me the tea and told me to like hang by the campfire like the other drow. And those corrupted elves are her lackeys. Don't ask me how I know this or why my appearance is similar to theirs. I'm not your enemy, but if you see them, kill them without remorse. Okay, well, I have to go, I guess. My guts tell me it's time I was leaving too. It's dangerous to stay here. Farewell, soldier. Strange perfume, a small bottle with a unique scent. It smells of something sweet with occasional harsh notes, like the air before the storm. Huh. When we fought the swarm of Vescivores, someone put a handkerchief soaked with pheromones in my pocket, which attracted the insects. I found a vial of the same pheromones in your tent. She blushes a little. That's my perfume. Perhaps it's strange to take a perfume on a crusade, but you see, Knight Commander, it is my reminder of a more normal and peaceful life. What I'll go back to after we've won. And besides, her cheeks blush even more and her voice drops to a whisper. The smell drives men insane. I have no idea how this smell affects infernal insects. I'm a historian, not a demonologist. Perhaps some malicious person used my perfume to lure the Vescivores to you? But I swear it wasn't me. Maybe one of my admirers is trying to hurt you and set me up? That means it's her. She's the traitor, isn't it? Put me on my steed.
Let us be
Who the hell are you? Krinnook? The aged kobold, sitting by the small campfire, greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behavior is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales. Greetings, my name is Krinnook. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer. That sounds so weird. He speaks smoothly without the usual kobold hissing. Moving slightly aside, Kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick roasting over the fire. Dinner will be ready. A kobold. I met them underground. Small, weak, sneaky. Worthless in face-to-face combat. But they love setting snares and shooting you in the back. This one seems smarter than the others, and he talks well. So that must mean the trap he's laid is an especial, devious one. Be careful, master. Don't go near him. Better to shoot him from a distance. Who are you? Oh, the note I found. Was it you who left the note? He shrugs. Of course, who else could it be? I wanted to make sure you were interested in the information I could provide. How exactly can you help me? With advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable, don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday. After some thought, he nods toward the campfire. One more thing I have to offer is this hair, after it's cooked. How do you know so much about demons? He gives you a long and heavy look. I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into the details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years. Damn years. Wow. Well, thank you. We would appreciate any help. He nods agreeably. Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then we could have a word. Perhaps I'll be able to give you some useful tips. Okay, I think I did all the management that I need to do, so I can finally explore more of the map, which we can go to Heaven's Edge and this camp, which I think this is the story since Drezen's right here. So let's go to Heaven's Edge. Yippee! Oh. How interesting. The Inquisitor whispers in your ear. What do we need to do? Now that's the hardest part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is distract the master of the house. Right now he is playing host in the very place I'd like to start. How do I distract him? I don't know. Maybe your companions can assist you somehow. Or you could take a look around. Alright, bro. It's all up to me. I understand. Good luck. Hey, buddy. Darian, who has been watching the guest with an unreadable expression, turns his head to you and says in a casual tone, like he's continuing a conversation that was interrupted. I've always considered myself an aesthete, not a hero. When doomsday comes, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row, and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now I'll be damned if I know how I ended up in the 5th Crusade. How did I end up becoming the companion of a hero chosen by Ayomde? It was our destiny to end up together. He snorts and averts his eyes for a moment. Oh, do go on. Tell me more about Heaven's Edge. This estate was once a truly beautiful sight, with its lush gardens and placid ponds. Darian smiles briefly. It is a genuine smile, quite different from his usual half-smirk. Huh. The house itself is not that large. However, this land was part of a border region even before the World Wound. Yeah, excuse me. So my ancestors took that into account when laying the foundations. The larger the mansion, the harder it is to defend. I'll gladly give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see here. I didn't have much time, so my servants only managed to clean up this yard. The Great Hole and a couple of rooms, there's nothing interesting about them, except perhaps the magical firefighting system powered by water elementals. I'm not sure if it's still functioning though, so I can make some fire. I still have the wine. Maybe I can save the wine. Oh, let's do this one. You do remember that you are still my field attaché and plenipotentiary. Something, Count. I demand a report of all your work so far, in half an hour. There are easier ways of saying, Darian, I hate you. You know, a report? Fine, Commander, you shall have your report. And that was easy. Arciliania Arende. The hum of voices, laughter, and music fills your mind. Then the visions come, fragmented and hazy at first, before eventually coalescing to reveal a single face. It is a woman of stunning, heavenly beauty, and her delicate features instantly tell you who she is. The family resembles Darian is obvious. A resemblance. My dear guest, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes all of you today. I hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me, because on this day, my only precious, sometimes arrogant, but utterly beloved child was born. A child is usually a reflection of their parent and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guest and the man of the hour as well? A new face appears. It is a handsome old man with a strong, dignified posture and a voice that emanates power. Can't we just have one day without your sermons? It's my birthday after all. 10 years ago. A decade. The young Darian had an utterly angelic appearance. His table manners and expression lacked the dignity of a true angel, however. Day! I'm sure the revered Nestrin only wanted to hug you and offer his best wishes on your birthday. Wait, what? What's that noise? Lilitu. Isn't Lilitu what oh crap, I forgot her name. But the dwarf and the lady with no eyes, isn't that what the Lilitu is? Or she's a Lilitu? The shrill laughter rings in your ears and reverberates in the base of your skull. In the vision, a Lilitu appears before the guests of the estate and gives them an exaggerated, scornful bow. The sorceress of evil has come to your celebration, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me, too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I've already done everything I wanted to. Hey, you, doddering cleric. Look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want, but they're not gonna help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves. When I return, the grave realization will have already sunk its teeth into your throats. Oh, how I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. The demon finishes her speech with an air kiss to Darian, making him freeze in horror and disappears. Huh. Oh, that's it? He shakes his head and slowly exhales, rubbing his temple. The first appearance of the disease ended Lily too. One of the many sisters of the... Oh yeah, Minago. That's her. It was her. Well, not her, but... the same race, species. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of the events. The report is on the table. What is this room? He cast a look around the room as if he had never seen it before and then shrugs carelessly. Just a random room. I told my servants to make some rooms ready. This is one of the rooms they chose. I'm doing this one. I am absolutely confident that you won't be able to persuade Socio to draw a portrait of you. A nude portrait, that is. That sounds like a fine idea. Our cleric will surely turn down a direct request. But if I tell him we can sell the portrait at a charity auction, why, have I never before thought of selling my nude portraits at a charity auction? It will cause a huge scandal, but it'll also be for a good cause. This will give those godbotherers something to complain about. You've given me a brilliant idea. Darien. A young Darien stands motionless by the Countess' bed. His face is pale with fear and for good reason. His mother's heavenly beauty is gone. Her smile, once beaming with vitality and happiness, looks more like the grimace of a corpse. Only her golden hair still glows, a sad reminder of the healthy young woman she was just a few hours ago. Mother, can you hear me, Mother? Day, my boy. How did you get here? Her voice is fading. Don't come any closer. This disease. Mother, listen. The revered Nestrin has sealed the gates. He says that he won't let anyone leave the estate. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demon attacked us in the first place. They knew that we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat baron and his family tried to escape, but 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. Mother, we need help. Canabras is full of clerics, wizards, demons. Who else? Oh, no, who else? They might know how to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey revered Nestrin. We are the lords of Mendev. We must protect our people. If it reaches Canabras, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about any innocence. His voice rises to a shout. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Canabras. They won't listen to me, but you are the lady of the estate. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must. Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still... A convulsion overtakes the Countess' body. Her last words are swallowed by a long guttural groan. Damn. Now I have an answer to one of my many questions. Nobody went to Canabras in search of help because the revered Nestrin didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock at the estate. What a difficult choice that must have been. Alright, buddy. Oh there, Stardust. There's a feverish gleam to Darien's eyes, owing to either tipsiness, I can't say that, or some overabundance of emotion. He's drunk. That rotter Socio refused to sketch me in the nude for charity, but it didn't insult me too much. The faces he made while I was explaining the idea to him were well worth it. He looked very much like a pious matron being confronted with a talking male organ, one that was 2 foot long and being held aloft by a pair of golden angel wings. How are you enjoying my party? Are you having a good time? Yeah, I'm having the time of my life. At least someone here is having fun. Fine, let's change the subject. I thought the unique ambience of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're only on the very border with the World Wound would make the celebration special. I thought the past would resurface and make itself known. He smirks bitterly. Well, it seems even ghosts don't wish to attend my parties anymore. What can we do to liven up the evening? I could ask another report. We gotta do this. You know what I think? I think it's time for a drinking contest. Ah yes, the tried and trusted method of salvaging a dull party. For salvaging anything. Actually, I am ready, but who's my competition? Oh my god, I could pick him. It's gotta be me, come on. Me, of course. What's this? The commander himself, the hero of Canabras, the chosen one, is challenging me to a drinking contest? I'm in. Let's drink until one of us falls unconscious or begs for mercy. Shit. Hopefully I could stomach it. And everyone's looking around at us. Oh, I did it. Save. That was just a little warm-up, I say. Up for more? Yeah, let's keep going. I'm no coward. Oh, look at him. He's like swaying. Oh, I think I saved again. Whoa. Are we down here? Or are you ready for another round? Yeah, let's keep going. Damn, look at all the bottles. Oh, hell yeah, I saved it. My grandfather, or maybe my great-grandmother, put this bottle in the family cellar. So why did it fail the sign of the illustrious Arendes in his time of need? He looks a bit unsteady on his feet. I don't feel very well. Hey everyone, let's go back outside. I need to get some fresh air in my lungs. A ripple of laughter flows through the hall. It begins as a sweet and charming chuckle, but then turns into a rasping cackle that makes Darien huddle even deeper in his corner. Oh, he's so tiny. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come on, let me touch you. I'll give you... The booming voice of an old man dressed in Ayomede's robes shakes the wall of the halls. Get away from him, demon! Let the boy go! By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him only over my dead body. You're a pathetic old cleric. Are you the guardian of this charming little prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him, but I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. The demoness turns her eyeless face to Darien and licks her lips. A coarse laugh escapes the young man's throat. He's laughing? We'll see about that. Oh, this is the Inquisitor right now. He turns towards you in astonishment. Droplets of sweat glisten his temple. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as intended. It's as if some kind of supernatural explosion occurred here 10 years ago, blending everything together. The magical auras, the emotions, the memories. I would try again to read it. Please continue. Just give me a moment to focus. I will try to channel my visions and feelings to you as accurately as possible. Nestrin. Darien, my boy, what is going on? The Inquisitor's muscular shoulders begin to shake. The vision he is channeling does not change, but you feel something enormous, chilling, silently infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being becomes almost palpable. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric, stop him right now. Do you really want to see what happens when... Save me. Can you save me? So he's talking to something right now, and no one in that room sees it? The presence thickens into something more tangible. The entity is silent, but you feel your blood pulsing in your temple, and each beat brings a new image, or rather a new notion. Help brings a feeling of relief and safety. Exchange makes the pulse stronger, more demanding. Gate and secret come immediately after. The images become heavy, almost visible. Secret, keep the secret. Otherwise, death, 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 death. The gruesome images whirl through your mind, filling it with pain and fear, and then it starts again. Help, exchange, secret, death. Nestrin stretches out his shaking hand, suddenly looking like a doddering old man instead of the mighty cleric imbued with holy powers. Darien, wait! The thing you're about to let loose... Wait, what? The thing you're about to let loose is even worse than the demons? What's worse than demons? What? Darien's body is quivering like a taut bowstring. His eyes dart from the cleric to the demoness, who is frantically casting protective spells. Even she's fucking cowering. Huh. Demons, saints, I'm so fed up with you all. Burn. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck. Hey, man, are you alright? He opens his eyes with a groan and then gets back on his feet. His legs are wobbly, his eyebrow cut, but he seems not to notice. Sincere sorrow is written on his face, as well as a strong hint of horror. What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Are you alright? The strain, the emotions, they overwhelmed me and made me faint like an agitated youngster. It's nothing really. I will not be able to cast any spells for the rest of the day, but aside from that, I'm fine. You understand what happened 10 years ago? He slowly exhales through clenched teeth and says in a low voice, still massaging his temples. Yes and no. Damn it, my thoughts are astray. I will try to explain everything to you in full detail. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad, when the deadly threat looms over them. 10 years ago, the young count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him? It frightens me that all my experience as an Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It does not resemble anything I've heard of or read about. This entity, I think I will call it the Other, possesses uncanny power. It was capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric, and a host of other mortals. You saw everything for yourself. What's even worse is that this entity, this Other, is still here. Huh. He takes a long pause. His gaze is drawn to the chamber where all the guests are laughing and dancing. Darian's eloquent voice rises above the music for a moment. He's asking someone to bring him more wine and add more logs to the fire. I don't know what exactly this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The Other is not inside the Count's body. It's not controlling his mind, that's why there are no obvious signs of possession. But it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window to our world, and it can instantly step through it to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Whatever. Is he even aware of this? Yes, of course he does. Did you hear what the Other tried to convey to us? Help in exchange for a secret. Death to all those who know the truth. Wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Darian deny that he remembered anything about the events of Heaven's Edge. Oh. So he legit does remember, but if he speaks about it, that Other would kill whoever he's, I guess, speaking to, so that way the secret is kept. What might this Other want? This is the strangest thing about it. It came to this world 10 years ago and it's still here, right? All this time it has been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty, the Queen, oh, that's true, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. The Count can get close to practically every influential figure in Mendev, but the Other refuses to act, or its interests lie in some other sphere. What the hell would it want then? Because that's true, yeah, he's been, since he's like family, he's been near the Queen a lot of times. Huh. Did the Other kill everyone then? The disease was not to blame? Well, it's a bit of both, isn't it? Not everyone, just Nestrin, his paladins, and a few remaining guests. Damn it. I know that it was the work of a mysterious omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago, and I didn't check everything personally, and those who did failed to sense that something was wrong. What the fuck? Could the Others be the reason why my companions kept finding severed heads among their belongings back in Canabras? That happened? That did happen, wait. I think I kinda do remember that. It seems very likely. I am almost certain you are right. People tend to lose their heads when they get too close to Count Arende anyway. Ah. That's stupid. I do apologize, that was inappropriate. Perhaps your gruesome findings are the heads of some cultists who tried to kidnap the Count during the Canabras slaughter? Or perhaps they provoked the Other in some other way? We gotta do something. Yes, now I understand Father Nestrin perfectly. I must make a crucial decision despite a dearth of information. The Inquisitor falls silent for a while, then he looks to you, right in the eyes. Commander, first and foremost, I must apologize to you. Second, I must ask you to keep this a secret. Why are you sorry? I apologize for dragging you into this mess. You see, the Other, an entity of immense power, stated very clearly it would kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows about the Count is actually its living gateway. I suppose this secret is currently known to 3 people on Galarian. You, me, and the Count. And that means... He gives you a crooked smirk and shrugs. Why should I keep it a secret? So we don't die? As soon as the Count finds out that we know his secret, the Other will understand it as well. We do not know what it is, and what exactly its scope of its power, but we do know that it would dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I've made a decision. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Nerusian and sift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out what exactly we are dealing with and how it could possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries in other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I found at least some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not say a single word of our investigation to the Count himself. Fine, I'll keep it a secret. He lets out a sigh of relief. You made the right choice. I recommend that you go back to the guest and spend the rest of the evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately in search of the knowledge we all need so desperately. Farewell, Commander. May the light of Iomde guide your path, and light to her Hawkblade will try to keep your path to triumph clear of any unwanted guest. It's completed. I can't read it. Make it to Drezen. That's the only thing.
I stand ready.
Damn, bro. I did not expect that at all. Like going to Heaven's Edge to discover like what was the secret. What's really boggling my mind is apparently it's stronger than demons. What the hell is stronger than demons? Like the Scari is a demon, right? And the person who opened the world wound is also a demon. So what the hell? What the hell is like on that level or more? What the hell is happening? Anivia, you wake up in the middle of the night to screams and the sounds of a battle. A moment later, Anivia bolts into the tent. Commander, are you alright? Praise Desna. We're in trouble. The camp is under attack. Oh shit. I told the guards to watch the sky, but uplanders are too careless. In the caves, they get their heads bitten off by the first spider they meet. Let's go. We don't got time to kill. Oh, I have her with me. Oh, can I? Since we're in combat? Oh, hell yeah. Nura is panicking. She's running up and down, looking frantically. She casts about and notices you, then dashes right towards you. Commander, what's going on? Save me. Perception. Why do you have a vial of alchemist fire on your belt? What? Where? Nura looks at the vial on her belt as if she's seen it for the first time. Ah, gargoyles! Ripping the vial from her belt, Nora throws it at the monsters.
Charge!
You fucking... It's her. She's the traitor. We know it. The fucking perfume, and now there's all this fire and she has that thing on her belt? No way. Breathing heavily, Irabeth leans on her sword. Blood is trickling down her battered armor. Clenching her teeth, she looks hateful at the monster before her. It bares its teeth in a mocking grin. I won't give up. In the name of Iomde, I won't give up. Irabeth, we're here. Hold on, we're coming. Oh no, you won't. Surging forward, the demon knocks Irabeth off her feet. With a sharp blow to her face, then he leans over her limp body and sniffs. Young, healthy, strong. This one will be tasty. What a fine ghoul it'll make. The monster's fiery eyes consider the people surrounding him, and finally falls upon you. For a moment, you feel a strange connection to the demon, as if there's no one here but the two of you. Bafflement, almost fear, crosses the monster's face, but then his grin grows even wider. Oh, there. That's the one she was talking about? Ha ha ha. So you're supposed to be my equal? You're just the same as your toys. Weak, fragile, tasty. Fuck the questions, let's attack. I don't think so. A fortress on the mountain, where mortals once prayed to their little gods. The lost chapel. It is my nest now. Come see what happens to your soldiers when I play with them. Maybe you'll become one of my toys. Why are we not oh damn, we couldn't save her.
Commander, convene an urgent council.
Anivia shoots an arrow at the monster as it flies away, and they both vanish in the black of night. She looks at you, terror, resolution wearing in her eyes. Before you can answer, she runs off to the HQ. A pale Anivia paces up and down in front of the map. Her face is pinched, her fist clenched, her voice is unusually sharp. What's this fortress that Scumman was talking about it? Where is it? She taps her finger on the map. Here, the lost chapel. Our scouts reported there was trouble brewing there, but this... Who did the monster carry off? Irabeth, 24 soldiers, both recruits and veterans. They got all our friends. Who you see here are all that's left of the commander's squad. One of your companions, a tiefling, Woljif I think. I last saw him running from the camp, but there were no monsters chasing him. I don't want to badmouth anyone, but I think he disappeared on his own free will? I am very sorry. He also took that female knight from the small order who joined us after the crusade. Oh, frick. That's the queen, isn't it? She always stared clear to me. I don't know why, because you're the goddamn traitor. One monster took Irabeth. I'm not sure, but judging by your description, it sounds like a Nabasu. They're demons, sort of like bats. They can suck the life out of people and turn them into ghouls. Our scouts reported that ghouls were wandering around the chapel. Now we know where they came from. One more thing. The name he gave, Kabriri? That's a demon lord, the patron of ghouls. They say he was the first mortal to eat the flesh of his own kin. After his atrocities, he died in agony and was reborn in the abyss, becoming the first ghoul. We can hope it only means that Kabriri was the patron of the demon who came to us. But it might mean that another demon lord has joined the demon alliance and is sending his troop here. Horgus doesn't matter. Like, he can't fight, he's just an old man. I see, we'll depart immediately for the chapel and save whoever we can. The demons won't feast for long. This piece is too tough for them. Uphill again, through the mud, no road. Well, I do hope these demons will be entertaining enough to make up for the inconvenience. Is everyone ready? Commander, we don't have much time. While we stand around here, our friends are being eaten alive. I'll run on ahead and scout the area. Don't sit around here. Come after me quickly. We'll meet at the foot of the mountain. Crap. It's you, motherfucker, it's you!
Follow me.
Bull. It's her. I'm like 99% sure. It's her. There's no way. Also, I wonder, am I on a timer? Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Oh, it's the queen. By the light of the sword, praise the inheritor. A figure in simple knight's armor appears next to the fighters and strikes down the nearest ghoul with one blow. Queen Galfrey. The queen greets you with a nod as she closely examines her sword. Her lips are pursed, her eyes are burning with rage. This church, I knew it well. In its days of grandeur, I remember the voices of 100 warriors soaring through its vaults in a common prayer. I remember the holiness of the rector, the weight of his hand on my forehead, when he blessed me before battle. On this very spot I stood with my 3 friends, who would not live to see this day. But to see the den of depravity those demons have turned it into, it is almost more than I can bear. Darian's eyes widen in astonishment. The simple armor deceived me, but I know that voice anywhere. What? The queen stops him with a raised hand. Not now. I guess good. We'll put an end to the evil that's at work here. We surely will. Canabras was the first step. Purging this church of demonic filth is our second, and Drezen will soon follow. Well then, off we must go. I'll get these soldiers to safety. You can stay and clear the area, Commander. Irabeth. Damn, wow, look at her. And the guy next to her. The disgusting stench of rotten flesh fills the room. Human bodies are impaled on iron hooks, hanging from the ceiling, like cattle in a slaughterhouse. Some of them are still, while others shift and moan. You hear a faint female voice, whispering a prayer. Holy Iomde, deliver us. The voice coughs wetly. Deliver us from the darkness by your hand. After casting her eyes around the room, Camellia wets her lips and pointedly pinches her nose. Commander, I don't want to die. You won't die, soldier. You won't die. They'll come for us. The commander is on his way. Pray with me, come on. Ole Iomde, don't leave us. Don't leave. Come on, can you hear me? Come on, speak. Speak. I'm hungry. Oh, damn. That's depressing. You suffered a great deal. You're lucky to be alive. I am alive. This boy is not. I've also been bitten. She lowers her head and you see a fresh bite on her neck. Praise the inheritor, she protects me from the infection. Otherwise, I'd be like him. Can you walk? Anivia's waiting at the foot of the hill. She'll help you. Yes, I'll get there. Thank you, Commander. He's got a voice.
Well, how do you like my soldiers? Oh, so much prettier than yours, aren't they? And my games, so much more fun!
Playing soldiers? How old are you? 8?
The disgrace. Our camp was ravaged by an overgrown child with wings.
Oof. Oh, there's Staunton.
Look who's here. It's the commander. Come to return what he stole from you. It should have been you in command of this army. And these powers, they should have been yours.
You see two familiar figures in the bell tower. The fallen crusader Staunton watches marching ghouls with grim disgust. Minago takes him by the chin, her sharp claw leaving a scratch on his cheek, and turns his face to you. His armor's all different too.
Oh, darling, why so sad? Oh, please, sweetheart, say something. When you're like this, it makes me sad too. You don't want me to be sad, do you? Come on, smile. I did everything you wanted, even better than you wanted. The fools who humiliated you got what they deserved. Can you hear them scream? And now their commander will be torn to pieces along with them. Oh, it's sure to be a fine show. Just for the two of us. And we have the best seats in the house.
This is too much. They deserve death, and what happened in Canabris was fair punishment. But this depraved torture... order your creature to finish them off, and we'll be done here.
Sweetie, don't tell me what to do. We were too soft on them, I think. Just remember the way they humiliated you. And for what? For your part in a heroic feat? And now they would take Drezen from you? Each of them deserves 100 deaths. The only thing unfair about this is that we can kill them only once. There now. Don't pout. Kiss me, my love, and let's enjoy the spectacle.
So he's conflicted. He's not completely evil. A tongue resembling a fat crimson slug crawls out of Minago's mouth and reaches out to Staunton's face. The dwarf turns away, and the demon's tongue leaves a moist trace of slime on his cheek.
Hey! Hey! What are you looking at? Look at me! I'm right here! Do I need to bite your soldiers' heads off for you to notice me? I can do it, you know.
Since he's conflicted, maybe we could, like, talk to his humanity? Maybe? Staunton, don't listen to her. She'll eat you as soon as you stop being useful.
Of course she'll eat him. Or rather, she would have eaten him, but we are going to kill them both. Pity. I should have enjoyed watching the lapdog dying in his mistress's claws. I shall have to seek alternate entertainment today.
Such touching concern. What would you buy with it? Your life? You think I will defend you? Ask Minago to spare you? And then you'll fall to your knees? What a pathetic sight!
Stop talking! I hate idle chatter! No Kenneth, sweetie. Bring me his head.
The monster looks at you, and for a moment you feel once more that there is no one here besides the two of you. You feel his power, the same power granted to you? You realize that a battle is coming, and the likes of which you've never endured before, but your opponent will soon realize the same. You feel his power, and his fear. A moment later, the monster strikes. Here we go! It's unbearable. The roars of Nulikenth, the hissing of the ghouls, the moans of the wounded and dying. All this melds into a terrifying cacophony, an agonizing song of the tormented world. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. It won't happen. Anger, pain, fear. All emotions subside. Boundless triumph power rises from somewhere deep within you. Now you only feel... Let's go with hope. A blinding flash illuminates the battlefield, lighting up the ghouls with their bared teeth. Rage and terror flash across the demon's twisted muzzle, and the despair on the people's face is replaced with joy. Oh, it's this power again.
What is this? How could this be? You deceived me, you wretch! You promised I'd become...
The dying monster at your feet raises its snout to the ugly sky of the world wound.
How? This shouldn't have... Why? Staunton, what is this? What should we do?
Dude, this music is so good. I forgot about it. It played in the garrison when we had the power too. The demon yelps, covers her mouth with her hand. She grabs her companion by the shoulder and yells.
I can't do anything with these swords. It's no use. Darling, please do something.
Occult symbols appear on her face, and they flush red like bloody ulcers.
Calm down. I said quiet. First, just get us out of here. Then we'll decide what to do.
The dwarf gives her a sharp slap on the cheek.
Right. Let's fly away quickly.
Holding Staunton close to herself, Minago disappears. Nulikenth lets out a long grunt and freezes at your feet. Like a dirty heap of bloody fur, it grows quiet. No roaring or shrieking of monsters. No moaning of the wounded. No clamor of weapons. The dawn rises over the desecrated chapel.
What do you feel? Power? New abilities? All of this is so exciting.
Her cheeks grow red and her eyes are gleaming. She lazily kicks the body of the dead Nabasu. Oh, right. He wasn't there.
The second time the strange power manifests, just like in the Grand Garrison. Speaking of power, I doubt I'm the only one who found this demon, let's say, unusual. Stronger than any Nabasu ever described in the Order's bestiaries.
What an unexpected sensation. Like a sip of the finest wine, a soul-sapping caress. The night was difficult, but for that ending, oh, it was worth it.
Oh my god. It felt that great. He rubs his hands over his face in pleasure.
Just like in Canabras. I feel a new power within me. Oh, yes, I chose my master well.
That preposterous unscientific power again. Sooner or later, I will research it, categorize, and describe its effects. Or else I'm not Nenio, the greatest scientist on Galarion.
Yes, the power has come to me again. This is a sign that we are on the right path. The rays of the rising sun light up the gruesome battlefield, where once again you felt the strange surge of power. The road awaits. This is also Desna. The thing I found in the cape was Desna too. Hold up, there was something all the way over here that I saw. Oh, I see. The note carries over to the next song.
I hear you.
What the hell is this? The Song of Elysium rings out against thunderous rumbling of the approaching storm. It almost fades away to nothing, but then a sweet female voice joins in. It sings the simple notes, then whispers.
I hear your voice, but I don't see you. Where are you?
Oh, this thing is blue.
Show yourself. Did she send you?
Have I ever seen a choice that's blue? I've never seen one. Your voice seems familiar.
I doubt we've met before. But this melody unites us. Desna herself must have brought you here. In the name of Desna, I see you. How beautiful.
Who are you? Well, I guess why are you crying?
So beautiful. You're beautiful. It's so strange to see such beauty in a dirty dungeon. With these filthy eyes.
Is she a demon? She has wings.
Wait. You're not here, are you? It's just an apparition. I'm awaiting execution in the dungeons below Drezen. If Desna really sent you, if I still deserve some mercy, find me, please, find me.
Huh. Oh, there's an item here. A throwing axe. We can't use it again. Okay. Huh. I guess that was the whole point of this down area. Okay, so we gotta go to the dungeons in Drezen when we get there. Which is soon. That's basically the next stop, I think. Oh, as the story unfolds, you draw closer to the events that have the power to change everything. Some quests and locations may be unavailable. Proceed when you are ready. Damn, so this is the end. Like, this is the same thing they gave us for the Great Garrison, and that was the finale of Act 1. But I think in my journal, I did everything except the Drezen one. Yeah, the last chapter to complete or it will fail. Make it to Drezen. Everything else I could do in, like, the other acts. Oh my god, I gotta do the Crusade! God damn it! Okay, let's do this final Crusade. Your army holds along a hill, and in the distance you see the walls of Drezen. Smoke rises over the city. Winged figures are circling in the sky above it, but they don't look like birds. It's time to discuss strategy. It was once an unsaleable fortress. Luckily for us, the demons destroyed a lot of defenses when they stormed the city, and in 70 years they haven't gotten around to mending them. But this isn't gonna be easy. Unfortunately, most of the walls are still standing. Oh, the Queen! Forgive the intrusion, it wasn't easy to catch up with you. Anivia stops, hearing clamor of astonishment and jubilation outside the tent. Yeah, that definitely boosted morale. The curtain moves and Her Majesty Galfrey of Mendev enters. Oh, there's the blue again. Huh. Oh, I could've, damn it, I wondered, I should've done that. Or when I spoke to that lady. Wearing opulent armor and her famous long sword at her belt. The Queen smiles mischievously. Oh ho ho, Your Majesty is here. How have we not killed this woman? What? You all realize we're all gonna die. We're leading our people to the slaughter. Our army is almost defeated by a swarm of gargoyles. We won't last 5 minutes in Drezen. Beth, are you nuts? Yes, it's a dangerous gig. We all knew what we were signing up for, but now we got here and you want us to shit our pants and go home? We got to bloody Drezen by some miracle, and we're about to take it back. Kinda late to chicken out, don't you think? Doesn't matter what we do. The lad hanging on the hook next to me didn't want to die. But what could he do to fend off death? What could I do? We're all doomed. But only a few of us are willing to admit it. By this time tomorrow, we'll all be dead. Her voice drifts away, but then seems to carry from a distance, making its way through the sticky veil of fog that fills your mind. The demon that appeared inside you struggles to be free. A little bit more, its wave of rage will engulf you. I guess the first one. Irbeth, pull yourself together. Remember Canabras? Despite everything, we won and stopped the catastrophe. We won? Yes, by some miracle we took a bite out of the demon forces. Without the power you were granted, we would have died in the Great Garrison. End of story. Drezen will be our death. You, Commander, might still have a chance to be saved, but you're leading your people to ruin. You pathetic little nothing. You were so proud of your strength, and yet you broke so easily. The demonic rage inside you seethes and searches for an exit. It struggles to get out. Exhausting, threatening, and convincing at the same time. You also feel strong enough to keep it under control if you want to. There you have it, a perfect illustration of why the Crusades have made not an inch of progress in 100 years. A whining upstart commander has been put in charge of a knightly order by an idealistic queen, circumventing all rules of military hierarchy. And now said upstart has crumbled in their first serious trial. He's not wrong. Absolutely everything in this situation, from the story of Irbeth's rise to the reason why she lost her reason and morale, demonstrates how dire matters truly are on our front. These problems can be rectified, of course, but to do that, we'll need to drive the black sheep from the herd. Sir Paralictor, are you comfortable with this idealistic queen standing next to you? Very much so, Your Majesty. Besides, you asked us not to pay you any heed. The queen looks at Irbeth. Her voice, when she begins to talk, sounds surprisingly soft. I was once in your place, Commander Tirabed. Many, many years ago. I also wanted to throw my sword to the ground and give up. What made you want that, Your Majesty? What happened? She avoids looking at the queen. What happened? My god died. Oh yeah, the one before Iomde, right? Yeah. The neighboring lands were being devoured by the world wound, and it didn't seem like it would stop. That's our chorus. Galfrey's voice remains warm and a little pensive. In this moment, it is easy to believe that she is more than a century old, and has seen all the horrible events of the region unfold before her eyes. But I am still here, and my kingdom still stands, just as it did the day my doubts nearly got the better of me. I do have high diplomacy, plus 19. Irbeth, I hope we know each other well enough that you can see I've never doubted you. Others may have, but not me. Your people and queen are relying on you. Our victory depends on you. You can't give up now. Success! Irbeth shakes her head as if she's chasing away an apparition. Yes, you're right. Forgive me, Commander. I had a moment of weakness. That was dishonorable and will not happen again. Anivia catches Irbeth's eye and gives her a nod of encouragement. So, what are we gonna do? Wenduag, who has kept silent up till now, breaks into a smile. What will this brawl lead to? Will our heads adorn the gates of Drezen tomorrow? Anxiety, impatience, fear? And you, Master, standing in the midst of this chaos? A real leader, a rare breed. I want you to know, whatever you decide now, I want to be near. Wenduag says the last word with a peculiar purring intonation. If we survive this battle, find me. I will pay you the respect the victor deserves. Jesus Christ, are you serious? The huntress gives you a long, slow blink like a cat. Bro, we gotta win. Think about that. Like, get your head in the game. So I could lead the charge, Regil, or go with the traitor's plan. I'll go with Regil. A rational decision. Alright, we attack at dawn. May good gods help us. Oh boy! And the queen's right there. Eagle watch, and you recruits, listen up. I don't know how many of us will survive this day. I don't know whether I will, but I know one thing for sure. I forgot this takes so long. Today we're at the tip of the sword in Iomde's hand. Dead or alive, we will rip out the fangs of the abyss. Yeah, and I can't press anything to move this. To arms for Mendev, for Canabras. Fine words, commanders. Now, to arms. Yes, dead or alive, we're gonna win. Onward, attack! Oh, there's the ram. Oh, right, I gotta go to the dungeon. I just remembered. Because of that lady. Crusaders onward! Yeah! There's so much chaos, so many fire. Like raining fire. We can catch a break here, but don't let your guard down. The siege is not over. Oh, we killed all the giants. Nice. Can I talk to her between the bars?
You are...
Oh, she has a
a
portrait.
crusader, right? Did you come to free Drezen? My name is Arushale.
Ruby eyes watch you cautiously from behind the iron bars. A woman with a delicate face, horns on her forehead, broad wings behind her back, is trying to unlock the door with her long nails. Noticing you, she stops and raises her hand timidly in a greeting. You recognize the voice. It's the woman who came to you in the vision in Desna's desecrated chapel. The woman who tried to warn Canabris of the demon attack. Oh, right. In the square. That temple with the 3 guys, yeah. They said a woman was warning them. You were the insider? I recognize you. We talked in the vision in the destroyed chapel, remember?
Yes, but I didn't see any chapel. To me, you were here, in this cell. You look different, but I do recognize your voice. Now I see. It was you, but in another form. That night you came to my prison, you looked like a beautiful, radiant Azata.
Azata? That's the path I have. Huh. Who are you?
Your eyes do not deceive you. I am a demon.
She is a demon.
But I swear, I fight the forces of the abyss, just like you. Desna helped me understand how disgusting the life of a succubus is. For the last few years, I've been passing the demons' plans to the Crusaders and running sabotage operations. I even tried to warn Canabris of the attack. That's what got me locked in this cage.
They didn't kill you for that? Also, she's a succubus.
An experiment on one's own nature. How interesting. My sincere respect, my honorable colleague. Do keep me informed about the results.
A repentant demon? Of course. Don't tell me you believe a single word from her filthy lips.
Didn't you try to warn the people of Canabris about the attack?
Yes, that was me. Ever since I went over to the Crusaders' side, I've been sending them information about the demons' plans. Sadly, my warnings didn't help save Canabris.
Yeah, because no one believed them. You thought I was an Azata in the vision?
Yes, first I heard a tune, a hymn to freedom within these oppressive walls. And then I saw you. You were glowing like the herald of Elysium. It was so amazing that I couldn't help but cry. Now I recognize your face. You look different, but still, you're the liberator who visited me when I was frightened and lonely.
I guess the Azata path. Sing the Song of Elysium. Oh. Arushale joins in, and your voices sing in unison. You see something you've never seen on a demon's face before. Pure, radiant joy. That was good.
Elysium. That song? That hymn of freedom? It's the only thing that helped me survive among the demons. My light in this dungeon.
Open the dungeon? What's the difference? See a spark of light in Elysium. You are beautiful. Please don't run away. Come with me or I'll have to search. Oh, that sounds like I'm being tempted by like the succubus. It's gotta be the first one. Open the cell. I believe you. Come with me. I need someone like you in my party.
Yes.
The succubus looks at you, as if she doesn't believe her ears, and then nods timidly. Oh, wow! Okay. Oh, and he's locked. Oh, because of the plan I went with. Goodbye, Nino.
I stand ready.
I'm prepared. I'm
Huh.
trusting you.
What is she?
Please, allow me.
Oh, she's a bow user. Oh, her eyes are ruby. Look at that. 22 dex. Wow. Charisma. Well, I guess succubus, right? Charisma makes sense. You know, I just realized, what if like the queen and Irabeth or anyone ask about like Arushula? Like, hey, why is there a demon with you right now? Whoa. Lady Galfrey, Drezen has fallen. The city is lost, and may you be damned. May you be damned for sending us here, for not telling us that the worst fate isn't death, for promising the protection of your holy banner, which should not save us from the monsters, for not being with us. Knight Germon. I wonder who that is.
The mortals are slaughtering us. How can this be?
Babao.
Oh shit. Talking. Fight.
There! That's what happens to cowards! Get it together, you
She's the traitor? No way. I can't believe it. Gasp.
Quiet. Don't make me mad.
Please kill her.
There they are! There they are! They're coming!
Hey, you demons, think about it. Who are you more afraid of, him or me? Ooh. The demons look at their leader, then at you, then back at him. Their knees are visibly shaking.
We're finished!
Stop, you carrion! You think I'm not going to find you?
This guy looks like that fire demon in Lord of the Rings. I forgot what he was. Maybe Balrog? I think that's his name.
This demon is more dangerous than anything we've encountered here before. Let's attack together. This is our chance.
Death to the mortals!
Willida says hello. Sweet dreams, demon.
You little runt! You and Willowdust will regret this. I'll find you and shove your entrails down your throat.
Damn it. The dagger was supposed to kill him on the spot.
Did he just disappear?
This is my path.
Oh no, he's still here.
Let's move.
Oh, this guy. I remember him. Greetings, funny meeting. Anyone here? Who are you? We met at the... Crap, I forgot what that place was called, but it was like a museum. You have poor memory for faces. You would make a lousy assassin. I am Greybor, a bounty hunter. And we already met in the Tower of Estrad in Canabras. Yeah, I knew that. I want to know more about you. You like chatting in the heat of battle? Do you? Apologies, but I prefer conversing in calmer settings. Maybe we could talk after the fight if you survive? Why did you attack the demon? I've been paid for his head. Were you really gonna kill him with just a dagger? Your words vex the dwarf, eyes blazing with irritation. He answers you in a stern, hostile voice. I think again before laughing at me and questioning my competence. Clearly the dagger was charmed. It was supposed to take Darazan's life almost instantly. But the one who gave me the weapon bungled things somehow, and my quarry was able to escape. Damn it. Let's not say anything. Seeing that you're not going to react, the dwarf shrugs. Who's your client? I'm afraid that's confidential. As a professional, I'm obliged to keep my client's name a secret. Fight for me? I'm not sure you can afford my services. And right now, you'd be better off with a unit of infantry than an expensive loner like me. Alright, no time for chatting. He shrugs and takes a long pipe out of his pocket. Apparently, the chaos around you doesn't stop him from enjoying some fine tobacco. I'm not sure you have anywhere to rush to. The gates are blocked and it would take you an eternity to clear the rocks away. It's unlikely you're going any further than this courtyard for the foreseeable future. The dwarf permits him a dramatic pause. Unless you're insane enough to enter with a small number of companions, there are several passages to the fortress on the walls, meant for archers, but they're all bottlenecks. If all your soldiers try to rush in there, the demons will slaughter them. But a small group of skilled warriors stand a chance if they climb the walls and enter the fortress relying on their wit and skills. Thanks, man. Well, now we know what to do, I guess. What is going on? Oh, no! What just happened? Whispers of madness. Demonic spirits haunt the walls of the dungeon. And while their constant whispering never becomes loud enough to allow intelligible speech to be heard, the constant murmurs grate on the nerves. Every 10 minutes spent in the dungeon, non-chaotic evil creatures must exceed a DC 14 will save. Or take 2 points of damage of charisma. We're on a timer! Oh no! I mean, I guess technically we could just heal the damage. An old oh, Yanio! That's the woman, the owner of Radiance, isn't it? The sword? An old woman, half-elf by her appearance, hangs limp in the shackles. Her head is slumped down to her chest. Strands of dirty gray hair covers her face. Her rags don't conceal the poor woman's horrible condition. Her body is covered in old scars and fresh wounds. A piece of flesh has been torn from her left leg, and there are numerous fang marks on her arms. Her right wrist appears to have been gnawed, and the hand has withered. It's hard to believe that life still lingers in such a mutilated body, but the woman raises her head with effort. Clear blue eyes stare back at you from under her eyelashes. Crusaders here? I thought I was delirious when I heard the sounds of battle. After so many years, are we really retaking Drezen? The old woman listens to you, slightly tilting her head, but winces when you hand her the sword. She looks down at her mutilated, shriveled hand. I have no way to hold this sword. My time has passed. Let it serve new heroes. It would only be a bitter reminder of the past in my hands. The freed woman leans heavily against the wall. Thank you. After so many years, finally. I have to go. Stay here and wait for help. My people will find you when the city has been freed. Alright, we'll talk later. Don't worry about me. I'll catch my breath, then find something to protect myself. Oh no, it's his brother. Compared to the state the city is in, this room is remarkably clean and orderly. Its simple furnishings look solid, and made to last. A man you met in Canabras is standing by the anvil. Blacksmith Joran Vane. On seeing you, he raises his bushy gray brows in surprise. So this is who's been making all the noise around here. Well, come on in. Have a seat. I could hear the ringing of your anvil from my cell. I thought the only thing being forged in the demon-controlled city of Drezen would be chains and spikes, or cruel torture. But the music of your forge never seemed evil to me. Thanks for the kind words. You must have good ears if you heard my forge all the way down from the dungeons. And you must be that treacherous demoness Staunton was talking about. Well, nice to meet ya. If paladins go over to the demon side, there must be demons going over to paladin side. Or it wouldn't be fair, would it? Until today, Yanio was kept and tortured here. She was the hero of the First Crusade and your friend. How could Staunton stand by and let that happen? What? We thought Yanio was dead. My brother mourned her death as much as the fall of Drezen. She couldn't be here. My brother would have known. He would have done something. Go and talk to Yanio if you don't believe me. He looks at you heavily for a while. I have to choose whether I believe you or trust everything I know and love about my brother. I'll choose the latter. Staunton wouldn't allow Yanio to be treated cruelly, and that means you're either lying or mistaken. You may have noticed lately that your brother has changed somewhat. Befriending demons leaves its mark. I fear his personal moral standards may have dropped. If I had been more precise, I'd say they're currently hovering somewhere around the level of the abyss. I don't believe it. Demons are bad enough, but Staunton torturing Yanio? Listen, I know my brother. I know how low he has fallen, but that simply isn't possible. Wait. Your cause is good, and I like you, but blood is thicker than water. Of course Staunton is wholly to blame, and his sentence is fair. But a brother's a brother, and I won't let anyone kill him. You have to kill me first. I respect principles. It will be an honor for me to kill you. In Canabras, I had a rapier that was made by you. It was a fine piece, and you made the best knives in the city. Sharp, easy to clean. It would be a shame to leave Drezen without its master craftsman, but if you wish to die alongside your useless brother, we will respect your wishes. Come with me, maybe together we can convince him to change his mind. He shakes his head regretfully. No, I'm sorry, but no. I know him better than you. Believe me, he's gone too far. No one can convince him. Not me, not you, not even Torag himself. The thought of you going to your grave, wallowing in your own self-righteousness, is enough to turn my stomach. I do so regret that we did not kill Staunton first. I should have liked to see your reaction, Smith. Be a good sport. Die whimpering, knowing that your brother was the demon's plaything, and that you were a hypocrite who helped him. You'll both make a fine feast for the worms at least. Damn. Enough talk. Words can't change what happens next. Defend yourself.
The heartbeat quickens.
I don't want to kill him. I really don't. Shit, we finally did it? Take the Sword of Valor? It's over? God damn it. You'll get to the Sword of Valor more easily this way. Perhaps the demons don't know about this passage. I thought you could barely hold a sword. You just killed that demon easily as hell. The demons. If you think about it, I spent most of my life among them. I have to admit, there's something mesmerizing about them. A single demon might be weak, or pathetic, or cowardly. But when you see them as a collective, it isn't a mass of separate creatures, but a single great force. A tide, which might be temporarily slowed but never stopped. The front lines of the Abyss, here on the lands of Golarion, unstoppable, fanatical forward motion. We have something to learn from them, don't we? I'd rather, honestly, I say 3. It's always wise to learn new things, including studying the enemy's strengths. The woman's face is still, but there is approval in her blue eyes. Right. Knowledge is the greatest weapon. Armed with it, one can succeed where neither strength nor valor would. Here it is. The demons are hiding the Sword of Valor behind this door. Be wary. I heard of them bragging about the traps that surround the banner. Magical, of course. The Sword of Valor is nearly impossible to destroy, and if they wish, they will drown the entire room in fire, destroying their enemies while leaving their trophy unscathed. Go now, and good luck. Take the Sword of Valor. Is it real? Oh shit. Sword of Valor, an ancient relic the banner of Iomde once carried into battle. After being raised in a visible public place, the Sword of Valor would gain divine powers and bar the demons from using their teleportation abilities. Oh shit, that's gotta be real. Hang the sword. You look very fine indeed. I foretell that the shops of Mendev will soon be full of souvenir paintings with the names like the Commander reclaiming the Holy Banner. People will hang them above their manors and use them to cover cracks in the walls to keep out the drafts. I may even purchase one myself to have something by which to remember this moment. Is he hitting on me? We're in the middle of a first Wenduag and now you. Anyway, I was talking about the power of the moment, about wanting to remember it. Since the day my sweet cousin tossed me into the middle of this crusade, I felt like I've been plunged into the icy water with my hands tied behind my back. A most loathsome sensation. I am forced to live in conditions to which I am ill-accustomed and ill-suited, risking my life for ideals I consider to be utterly worthless. And I already missed 3 premieres in the capital's opera season. It's an outrage. He stops and drops your gaze for a few moments. And do you know what's the most curious thing of all? Here I stand, looking at you and this holy wall rug, and I feel there is nowhere else I'd rather be right now. Aww. The legendary banner of the Crusaders is right in front of you. A drop of blood falls onto it. From where? The wound on her chest must have reopened, and is now bleeding again. You touch Iomde's holy banner to brush away the scarlet droplet. When you freeze abruptly, all of a sudden you are aware of your own powers. You are no longer a grain of sand resisting the countless armies of the Abyss. You are something greater. Like Iomde once rejected her humanity to ascend and gain divinity, you are ready to take the first step on the path to gaining power? But what will your power look like? Oh, Mythic, your soul got stronger, making your whole existence a miracle. You get new powers that can ascend you beyond the limits of mortals. It's either Angel or Azata, I would think. I love this music, man. Azata, a rebel and a fighter for freedom and good. The Azata act on instinct and trust in spontaneous decision. The Azata easily befriend those who don't fit into the neat ranks of the official crusade, and does not issue commands, but rather inspires allies to fight. Dragon companion, what? Azata gets a dragon as an animal companion. Unlike normal animals of its kinds, oh, yeah. Azata can choose from her superpowers to enhance herself. Oh, I like that though, like the actual visual of the angel. Oh wait, I can see what the demon looks like, right? Oh, that is definitely demonic. The angel is a mighty champion of good, who sets a shining example for the crusaders, smiting demons with a sword of holy flame. Those who fight alongside the angel can be certain they will be protected, healed, and even resurrected in the event of their untimely demise. You can summon a spirit paladin. Huh. I feel angel would make the most sense since I'm a paladin, right? But I kind of want to go Azata. Having a dragon really pushed me. Plus, I guess I have been doing kind of Azata. Well, I've done Angel too. But recently I've been doing Azata with that music thing in the chapel, and then talking with Arushala. And I like the last sentence. Does not issue commands, but rather inspires allies to fight. I go with this. Azata. I can summon a mastodon? Song of Heroic Resolve that grants all allies a luck bonus on all saving throws. The ally is healed. As long as my mythic rank is higher, the effect is higher. Okay. Oh look, I got like butterflies on me. The wound on your chest closes and the drops of blood spilled on the Sword of Valor burst into transparent flame. A wave of fire rushes from the blood and across the entire banner, transforming it and emblazing it with new colors. Power descends upon you, suffusing your mortal body, remaking it in its image. It fills your body up to the brim, breaking bones and tearing muscle while at the same time healing them. You raise your head, acutely aware that the wind of freedom will be at your back from now until eternity. Oh, there's my dragon!
I feel a warm breeze blowing on my face. It smells like sun, happiness, and meadowgrass. I will follow you. I will follow your call wherever it leads me.
Arushala is laughing and crying at the same time.
A mess of an army.
Yeah, he would hate that.
Well, at least you didn't turn into a heavenly angel. I couldn't live with a pious prig leading an army of equally pious prigs.
I was close though. Now's not the time to linger. We can reflect on the events later. Now's the time to act. Put the banner! So I have a horse and a dragon now. Cool. Yeah, I like this. I like how I pick Azata. I like the story. Oh, it's blue too. Oh yeah, they can't teleport anymore. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, wrong, coward. What? Oh, this is way back in the beginning, isn't it? Oh yeah, there's me.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at
Oh.
the Lord of Locusts.
Milady, this creature's about to die. Shouldn't you?
Featherfall.
Behold, Ione. Behold
No shit. Wow.
You see, Suture? Shouldn't has no place here. I've waited for a very long time, but now the hour has come to turn my ideas into reality. I still have things to do in Canopus, but you must leave. Go to the old laboratory. I have a special task for you.
The laboratory? I hate that foul place, but I dare not disobey you, my lady.
Oh. Dude, I was just thinking.
Forgive me this little masquerade.
What? Wait, oh god, there's so much happening. I was gonna say that I remember in the beginning, that cutscene where you fall into the crack and we wake up down in the cavern. I remember saying that, like, how the hell do we live? And I honestly, like, was, you know, giving the game shit, I guess, for fun. Because, like, yeah, whatever, it's a fantasy game, whatever. But I can't believe they legit explained that they cast Featherfall on you. That's how you live. That's crazy. Also, what the fuck is this? Is Arilu, isn't it? This is her? She's the one who's on the cover of the game? That's the lady. Forgive me. Yeah, Yanyo says in a different... dude, my head's like... There's a lot. Yanyo says in a different voice, one that sounds vaguely familiar. Suddenly, the illusion vanishes. Yeah, that is her.
I am Arilu Vorlesh.
Arilu.
Also known as the architect of the world wound.
She's the one who opened the wound to the abyss. There is something off about the stranger's appearance, like you're seeing only half a painting, or looking at her with one eye closed. Her silk dress, expensive jewelry are at odds with the set of unfamiliar tools and her ink-smudged hands.
What are we meant to discuss with one of the key figures in our enemy's army, I wonder?
You've handled the power of the Sword of Valor well. Such artifacts are almost like living creatures, and they react to their own kind, shall we say. The Sword of Valor once belonged to a mere mortal who became a goddess.
Ayomde.
It seems to see something kindred in you.
So it changed a bit because of me? It did, the flag changed. Also, her name is different. Huh.
Touching you has left the sword irreversibly changed. Now it is your banner, not Iomede's. Although perhaps it will still stop the demons from teleporting to the city as before.
Wait, why didn't you stop me? You're part of the demons, aren't... Why does she want me to live? What happened to Yanyo?
The Yoniel you freed from the dungeon was merely a mask. Sometimes I like to wear the guise of my fallen enemies, to study them from the inside. The real Yoniel has been gone for a long time, but unfortunately for her, not permanently. Her lot is
She's not
far
dead.
more frightening than the one I showed you. Perhaps you will learn the truth one day, but for now, it isn't necessary.
Huh. But here, Yanyo was her the entire time. Also in her portrait, she has the... I think that's called a sextant? Like the thing we found in the chapel. I think that's the same tool. You visited me twice under another guise. Here and in Canopus at the celebration.
Would you speak to me if I came to you in my true form? Well, this will never happen again. I no longer need to hide my face.
Wait a moment. You mean to say that on that terrible day in the square, our most honorable prelate, defender of the city against foes from within and without, stood shoulder to shoulder with Arilu Vorlesh herself, and he didn't suspect a thing? Forgive me, but it's just too sublime. Do great villains and deities often gad about in disguise like that? Perhaps we've all shaken the hand of a herald, maybe even Zon Kuthon's, and we didn't even know it.
I mean, yeah, that's like in every story with gods in mythology, right? Like Greek. Like they always fuck with mortals.
Quite. If anyone had told the prelate the truth, I fear his poor heart wouldn't have withstood the shock.
You've helped me twice already. In Canopus, when we fell into the caves, and here, pointing the way to the Sword of Valor. Why would a half-demon Discari's favorite ever do such a thing?
I'm creating something. Building. Studying how the land lies. Laying the foundation. I am called the architect for a reason.
What the hell are you building? Also, she has a wound on her body too. Huh. Also, her voice acting is really great.
I'm not asking you to trust me. That would be unforgivably stupid. But I suggest, just suggest, that you search, analyze, think. What happened in old Sarkoris? What is the world wound? What is happening to you? Search for your answers. And for now, farewell.
What? We're gonna fight you, I guess. Oh, never mind. Yo, look at my little dragon. He's chaotic good. Havoc dragon, huh? Dude, our party is huge. Like, I guess since we have the companions, but I don't remember having a party this big for Baldur's Gate. Oh, right,
so
duh!
slow?
These
They're
people.
almost here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Don't you feel it? He's got that damn rag with him. I can't teleport. He's going to kill us.
Oh yeah, she can't teleport now.
If he kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
He grasps the chin of the demoness, sinking his nails into her tender skin, pulls her face towards his, kissing her lips quickly before pushing her away.
This dwarf is a true knight, and that's why he is beyond saving. A demoness knows how to turn a person's good nature against itself. She did it deliberately, knowing that his sense of honor would be his downfall. I have also done this.
Damn. She shakes her head sorrowfully.
Who let this mangy rat out of its cage? You made her a member of your party. The succubus whore found a way to betray even the Abyss. And you believe she'll be loyal to you?
Yeah, I trust her.
Manago, my jailer, my torturer. You think I mean to do them harm? That he will suffer if I stand at his side? If that were true, why then would you try so hard to persuade him to cast me out?
And there's a lot of options. I guess maybe we could try? Staunton, enough of this madness. It's not too late to come back to the side of good.
The side of good? You mean Queen Galfrey's side? I've lost almost everything, but not my self-respect. If tyrants like her are good, then I surely belong in the Abyss.
I mean, we know the reason. Tell me, Staunton, why? Why do you fight on the side of the demons?
You have the audacity to ask me that? I fight on this side because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Drezen fell to the demons. The Queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy. When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood for Mendev. Only been spat in the face for it. For 70 years, I watched generations of Crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor.
This sucks. I mean, the Queen, I believe the Queen was literally genuine. That she wanted to forgive Staunton. But it's just society itself just wasn't as kind as her, I guess.
What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? Oh, how could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realized there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. And when I grew desperate, I only had two choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side. Put yourself in my place. Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
It's hard. Like, what, 70 years of basically everyone shitting on you. And you're trying your best to try to redeem what you did, and you know, like, no one's giving you a chance, basically. Aren't you, I don't know. Aren't you getting tired of fleeing from me, Minago?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
Minago, what's that on your face?
That's not your concern, mortal.
The Master has punished her cruelly for her failure
Oh.
in Canabras. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
She actually did have something in her face. I thought I was just making a joke.
Sweetie, why are you telling him this? What does it matter? What?
Quiet.
Oh damn, he sounds so tired. His voice holds no emotion whatsoever, except perhaps weariness. The word that fell from his lips barely echoes, but nonetheless, the demon immediately falls silent. The traitor's here.
You think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face? For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
I just have to attack, huh? I can't convince Staunton to, like, not fight. It's time to decide the fate of Drezen.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Drezen together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
Save the last one for me.
Okay. Here we go. God damn. Ursula is doing a lot of damage to Staunton. Alright, buddy. Go smack him. Yo, look at his run. Oh, he got him. Nice.
You stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
There's panic on Minago's blood-splashed face. Her lips are trembling.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself with these very hands.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast!
She is so mad. The demon's mouth, trembling with fear, opens wide in a hysterical grin, like a wound on her face. Whoa.
Give me back what's mine! Take him, he's yours, and Drezen too! I don't care about this fortress, or this half-wit.
That's crazy. The whole, like, up until this moment, she was so devoted with him. But I guess it just, he pushed it too far, I guess. Like, her life means more than the love. Minago stretches out her hand. A crimson spark flies out of Staunton's eyes and plants itself in her palm. Staunton freezes, stunned. He's silently moving his lips, which have turned gray in a flash, like a fish out of water.
Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions, your constant squabbling, your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Punish your traitors. See the choke countless times.
So did you decide to escape?
You're a clever one.
Oh, thank you.
Take your filthy rag. Take your befouled ruins. You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
Oh yeah, there she goes. She can't teleport, but she can run.
My fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Damn, man. Enough of this insanity. Lay down your weapon, Staunton. Come back to us. You've been treated unfairly, but we can still make things right.
You really do believe that, don't you? You really think that you can still change something? Somehow bring a cursed soul back to the light?
He chuckles sadly and without ire.
I wish I could believe like you do, hope like you, but I know too well there is no hope. I've been dead for a long time. As a matter of fact, the torment of the last few years, I might as well have spent them in the abyss. The only thing you can do for me is finish me off.
This is so sad.
Let's get this over with.
Like, it's just depressing, man. Kill me like you killed Staunton, and be glad you defeated the villains. Just make sure you don't wonder whose fault it was he and I were on the demon side. Thoughts like that could make you lose your appetite. Another tearful performance. Everyone is guilty but me. I've lost count of how many you innocents I've sent to the chopping block. They should have been executed just for denying their responsibility. Never mind all their other crimes. I understand your pain, hatred, and anger. I stoked those feelings in the mortals. I convinced them that the whole world was to blame for their troubles, and that only the demons could help them get revenge. It was a lie. Whatever your demon seducers told you, it was a lie. Your real friends are your fellow mortals. Who is this, a succubus? And you let her into your party? Ha! Well, I can die a peaceful death. You won't last long. I will not kill you here. You'll be locked up, and I'll think about what to do with you. Do whatever you want. You can't escape the demons. Your head will be on Baphomet's altar. Tomorrow, if not today.
The commander of the crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Drezen and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
So the voice of this person reading, like, the books is Arilu. Hey guys, I have a horse and a dragon. And I guess technically butterflies.
Matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Something has subtly changed in the way the Queen of Mendev looks at you. Respect shines in her eyes, but her slightly forward brow indicates a hint of unease.
The capture of Drezen took much longer than I had anticipated.
But we did it! And I got a cool dragon out of it.
Our troops have suffered catastrophic losses.
Fuck.
You excel at dealing with demons on your own, but you have much to learn when it comes to commanding a military force. I shan't give you a dressing down for this failing. I entrusted you with this task, which means I bear equal responsibility for this outcome. I shall, however, give you some advice. Do not think of victory as an abstract goal, but as a gift you wish to give to your people. The more of your soldiers who survive to enjoy the triumph, the more joyous it will be.
Damn, we didn't do that great apparently. I will remember this, thank you.
Very well. Don't despair. Every commander has their dark moments. We shall endure the heat and heavy blows and emerge like hardened steel. Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before. Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that I have been fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the god's designs? And Iomade has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades.
I wonder if I picked Angel, would she say like my power does resemble that she has other people she's witnessed?
There. I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
There is something you should know. Airilu Vorlash appeared before me in Drezen. She did not explain why she had come.
The architect of the world wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Staunton Vane and claim the Sword of Valor?
Yeah, she literally could have stopped us, I think. Her eyes widened in astonishment.
This is a very worrying development. Aurilu was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
I wonder if she'll be like the final boss. Do you know anything about the huge demon that we met at the gates? It was much stronger than the rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals.
He's a general.
Samira and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Drezen was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Drezen.
Okay. Oh, not only Drezen, around Drezen too. I heard everything I need.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
With a nod of farewell, the Queen strides off, with precise military bearing.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander.
Thanks, man. She waits, she salutes the Queen, waits until she moved far away enough, then turns to you.
We won the battle for Drezen, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies. The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city.
I guess that's for the Crusade minigame?
Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Drezen, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Well, I guess this is Act 3. Erebeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special powers, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon? What dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat.
So it's not an enemy.
But there's very little food in the world wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains.
Oh.
The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the Citadel?
Oh, yeah.
He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently.
Okay. I mean, maybe we don't gotta kill the dragon. Maybe we could talk to her. A secret path? What are you talking about?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges, and cut us off from Drezen. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
Okay. What can you tell me about the demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers
Oh, she has PTSD.
no ordinary demon should have. It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
And finally, there's a patrol missing?
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. We can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Sikoris lie in that direction. But after the siege of Drezen, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
Winter Sun. Is that all for now?
There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled.
Oh, nice.
Medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle. You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Drezen.
Yeah.
It's almost empty now. The only prisoner is Nora Dendawar, the traitor you caught.
Oh, if I didn't rescue Rushela during the attack, would she be there too?
We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
Let's bury him as a knight.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle, No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Giving a salute, she turns around and leaves. What? I don't understand these cities that mortals love so much. Stone, stone, and more stone. All the doors are so close to the ground and they're all the same shape. Why don't they ever put the door on the top floor and slide down to the ground instead? Why did they even want to go outside if it's no fun out there? If somebody built a fountain full of jam, say, "I'd understand." The sudden voice from over your shoulder drops to an excited whisper. "Or a chocolate tree, so people could break off a branch and munch on as they pass by." I started to hear voices. That's not a good sign. Oh, it's the dragon? You could talk? You hear a cheery snort, then a tiny female dragon, an evident jam fountain enthusiast, emerges from behind you. "Those aren't voices, it's me. I'm a really lovely dragon, and your friend." Well now, cute little dragon, if that's true, why did you only start speaking now? Maybe I was a little shy? Oh, that's so cute. After all, we don't know each other. I had to take a look around and get used to things. You were thrown into battle, man. Everything about the material plane is so weird and gray and stony. Especially Drezen. What's your name, dragon? Avu. Because I'm little. In my family... This is reminding me of Spyro. In my family, our names get longer as we get bigger and older. Oh. Just imagine how funny it would be otherwise. Imagine being a 5-year-old dragon barely hatched, but they already called you Rezlarabren or Ilthuliak or something like that. The little dragon snorts and you conclude that this is her way of laughing. The snorting? So where did you come from? What do you mean, where did I come from? I flew all the way here to you. Well, I moved between the planes a tiny little bit and then I flew the rest of the way to you. You always wanted to have a dragon of your very own, haven't you? Yeah, that is true. Who wouldn't want their own dragon companion? Of course I want my very own dragon. I knew it. Never doubted it for a moment. I wouldn't have been your friend if you were a dragon hater. But even if you were, I'd just make you change your mind. Aw. So you didn't like Drezen much then? It's not that I don't like it. You can have fun here too. But I liked my home in Elysium more. The little dragon frowns comically. That makes sense though. After all, we're fighting the demons, and they make everything around them dull and nasty. Are you gonna stop them soon, right? Well, that's the plan. Oh, speaking of demons and fighting, you really need to head out to this beautiful ridge outside of Drezen as fast as you can. Your friends are waiting for you there. There's something urgent and important they need to tell you. What? Commander's Court. What friends? They're so nice. They were really happy to see me. They really want to see you. I only flew past them once, so I don't know. But it must be important? I wonder what's waiting for me this time. Something really fun! You'll see! The dragon stills as though she's pondering something, surveying you critically. I had something else I wanted to say, but then I forgot. But now I remember again. I have to give you a really important piece of advice. Really important. If you want to be friends with dragons from Elysium and all kinds of lowly magical beings, and you want your power to grow and to help everybody, you simply have to be a teensy bit nice and a teensy bit rebellious too. If you act all evil and boring, your friends won't stay with you, and neither will I. Okay, that's it. We can go now. Change alignment, then talk to Avu?
I'll make my
Oops.
own legend.
Oh yeah, Drezen is now a town. Our companions are around here. So I have to change my alignment for Avu? Where would that even be? It's time too. The last chapter to complete the quest. And Azata cannot be too evil or too lawful in their actions. If the commander follows his heart when making choices, he can change who he is and make his little dragon friend happy. But to follow this path to the end, to become the genuine embodiment of freedom and kindness, this new power is not enough. It cannot change the commander. The commander must do that himself. There's a lot of quests on the timer. This is definitely chapter 3 then. Okay. Wait, do you talk if I switch to you now? No, you just growl. Dude, her little run cycle is so cute. Yeah, alright. So that's gonna be it. That was long. My god. I played this game for so long. I don't know. This must have been like a 7-hour sitting or maybe longer. I don't remember when I started. But it's good. This is really good, man. I'm so invested. But I have to stop now. This is a good point to stop with finishing Drezen, getting our new mythic power. Finding out more about the story with Arilu, Staunton. I guess the next time for Act 3, we'll probably start just exploring Drezen as the town. Talk to our companions, and maybe there might be some quest in here we could pick up. And then we'll go to the world map, like how we did for this one. Alright, but that's going to be it for now. Bye-bye!